What if I told you that in just 4 minutes you could completely shift your reality? That everything you desire, money, love, success, could be yours, not through effort, not through struggle, but through a simple shift in consciousness. This is not wishful thinking. This is not hope. This is the law of assumption, the method taught by Neville Goddard, the method that countless people have used to manifest incredible results in their lives. Most people make the mistake of wanting something, of hoping it will come. But Neville said, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and watch the world reshape itself in harmony with that assumption. Reality does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you assume to be true. In this video, I will show you exactly how to manifest anything you desire in just 4 minutes. By the end, you will understand how to shift your inner state so powerfully that your outer world has no choice but to conform. This is not theory. This is a method you will be able to use immediately. So let's begin. The core principle: assumption, not hope. Neville Goddard said, change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live. Most people believe that change happens from the outside in. They wait for proof before they believe. They wait for the bank account to grow before they feel wealthy. They wait for the right person to arrive before they feel loved. They wait for success before they feel successful. But this is completely backwards. Imagine reality as a mirror. If you stand in front of it with a frown, you cannot demand that the reflection smiles first. You must smile first, and the mirror will follow. This is how the law of assumption works. The world does not show you what you want. It shows you what you assume to be true. A man once wrote to Neville saying he desperately wanted financial success, but was struggling. Neville asked, "What do you assume to be true about yourself?" The man realized he had always assumed money was hard to come by, that he would always struggle. He changed his assumption. He began to feel as though he already had more than enough. Within days, unexpected money arrived. The world simply reflected his new belief. Ask yourself now, what are you assuming about your life? Are you assuming struggle, or are you assuming success? Are you assuming lack, or are you assuming abundance? The moment you change your assumption, reality has no choice but to follow. Power of the subconscious mind. Neville Goddard taught that your subconscious mind is what you are. It is the foundation upon which your world is built. Right now, without realizing it, your subconscious is controlling 95% of your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. It is shaping your reality based on the assumptions you hold, whether you are aware of them or not. The subconscious does not argue, does not question, and does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It simply accepts what you impress upon it. Think of a time you had a vivid dream. Perhaps you were falling or running from something, and your heart pounded as if it were real. The subconscious accepted the experience as truth, even though it was only in your mind. This is exactly how manifestation works. A man once approached Neville and said, "I have been affirming wealth, but nothing has changed." Neville asked, "How do you feel when you say those words?" The man admitted that deep down he still felt broke, still worried about money, still assumed financial struggle was his reality. And that was exactly what his subconscious continued to manifest. The subconscious does not respond to words alone, it responds to feeling. If you say, "I am wealthy," but feel lack, your subconscious receives the feeling, not the words. This is why assumption is key. When you assume something is already true, when you feel it deeply, the subconscious accepts it as reality, and the outer world must conform. Right now, ask yourself, what beliefs are running in the background of your mind? What feelings are you unconsciously reinforcing? Change those and you change everything. Law of assumption versus law of attraction. Many people believe they need to attract what they desire, as if it exists outside of them. They visualize, they wait, they hope. But Neville Goddard made a bold distinction. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are conscious of being. The law of attraction teaches that you must focus on what you want and raise your vibration to match it. But Neville's law of assumption goes deeper. It states that you do not need to bring anything into your life. You only need to assume that it is already yours. The moment you accept something as true in your imagination, it begins to materialize in your world. A woman once wrote to Neville about wanting her dream job. She had been using affirmations and vision boards, but nothing changed. Neville told her, "Do not chase the job. Assume you already have it." She began imagining herself in the role, feeling the satisfaction of the work, hearing colleagues congratulate her. Within a week, she received an unexpected job offer. She did not attract it. She assumed it, and allowed reality to catch up. Think of it this way. If an actor is playing a role, he does not hope to become the character. He assumes the identity completely. He walks, talks, and thinks like the character until the performance is seamless. Reality is no different. Right now, ask yourself, are you trying to attract your desire, or are you assuming it is already yours? One keeps it at a distance. The other makes it inevitable. Now that you understand how assumption works, let's apply it. This is a simple yet powerful method that takes only 4 minutes. If you practice it consistently, your reality will shift in ways that will astonish you. Step 1. Clarity. First, define exactly what you want. Be specific and phrase it in the present tense. Instead of saying, I want more money, say, I love the feeling of financial abundance. Instead of, I hope to find love, say, I am deeply loved and cherished. Your subconscious needs clear, definite instructions. Step 2. Visualization. Create a short mental scene that implies your desire is already fulfilled. The scene should be no longer than 5 to 10 seconds, like a snapshot of the end result. If you want success, imagine shaking hands in celebration. If you want wealth, see yourself checking your bank account and smiling. If you want love, picture yourself holding hands with your partner, feeling at peace. Step 3. Emotional alignment. Now, shift into the feeling. This is the key. What would it feel like if this were already true? Would you feel gratitude, relief, joy? Experience the emotion as fully as you can. The subconscious mind responds to feeling, not logic. Step 4. Loop and repetition. Replay this short scene in your mind over and over until it feels natural. Just as a song chorus becomes ingrained after hearing it multiple times, your subconscious will absorb this new reality through repetition. Let it become second nature. Step 5. Let go and trust. Once you have impressed the assumption, release it. Do not obsess over when or how it will happen. Neville said, a seed must be left undisturbed in order to grow. The moment you fully assume something, reality begins to shift. Trust that it is already done. This method is deceptively simple, but its power lies in its consistency. Test it for yourself. Take just 4 minutes to assume your desire is already fulfilled, and watch how your world rearranges itself to match. The power of state akin to sleep. Neville Goddard often emphasized that the most powerful time to impress the subconscious mind is in the moments just before sleep. He called this the state akin to sleep, a deeply relaxed state where the conscious mind fades and the subconscious becomes highly receptive. He said, the subconscious is not selective, it is impersonal and will accept what is felt to be true. Enter into the feeling of the wish fulfilled in the drowsy state, and your assumption will be carried out. As you lie in bed at night, allow your body to relax completely. In this drowsy state, begin playing your desired scene in your mind, exactly as you did in the 4-minute method. See it, feel it, immerse yourself in the experience, but this time, do not force it. Let the scene unfold naturally, as if you are drifting into a dream where your wish is already fulfilled. A man once told Neville that he wanted financial freedom, but always struggled with doubt. Neville advised him to use this technique. Every night, as he drifted off to sleep, he imagined checking his bank account and feeling deep gratitude for the abundance he saw. One morning, he woke up to an unexpected financial opportunity that completely transformed his situation. This is not coincidence. The subconscious mind works tirelessly to externalize what you impress upon it. By falling asleep in the assumption that your wish is fulfilled, you plant the seed deeply, and your reality begins to shift in ways beyond logic. Tonight, as you lie in bed, let go of the day's worries and assume the state of your fulfilled desire. Fall asleep with it and you will wake up to a different world. Many people attempt to manifest their desires but unknowingly sabotage the process. Neville Goddard taught that assumption is a law. It works with precision but only when applied correctly. Here are the 4 most common mistakes that weaken manifestation and how to avoid them. Mistake 1. Doubt and second guessing. Doubt is nothing more than assuming failure. The moment you question whether your assumption is working, you are impressing uncertainty onto your subconscious. Neville said, persistence will pay off. A change of feeling is a change of destiny. Instead of doubting, persist in the assumption that your desire is already yours. Mistake 2. Focusing on how instead of what. Many people get caught up in how their desire will manifest. They look for signs, analyze circumstances, and try to control the process. But the how is not your concern. Your only job is to assume the end result. When you plant a seed, you do not dig it up each day to check if it is growing. You trust the process. Assume it is done, and reality will unfold in its own way. Mistake 3. Overcomplicating visualization. Some people believe they must visualize every tiny detail for manifestation to work, but Neville taught that a simple, short scene is more effective. The subconscious responds to clarity, not complexity. Instead of constructing a long, elaborate scenario, focus on one brief moment that implies your wish is fulfilled. A handshake, a smile, a single phrase of gratitude. These are enough to impress the subconscious. Mistake 4. Forcing the feeling. If you struggle to feel the emotion of your desire, do not force it. Neville advised that if you cannot generate the full feeling, simply relax and repeat the scene naturally. As you practice, the feeling will come on its own. Do not pressure yourself. Assumption should be effortless. Right now, reflect on your own manifestation process. Are you making any of these mistakes? The moment you correct them, you remove resistance and your assumptions can take root without interference. The law of assumption is not theory. It is a living principle that has transformed the lives of those who have applied it correctly. Here are 3 real-life stories of people who changed their reality through assumption alone. Unexpected financial gain. A man struggling with money decided to test Neville's teachings. Every night before sleep, he imagined himself looking at his bank statement, feeling deep gratitude for an unexpected deposit. He did not worry about where the money would come from. He simply assumed it was already his. Within days, he received an unexpected financial gift from a relative he had not spoken to in years. The money came from a source he never could have predicted, a dream job in 1 week. A woman who had been unemployed for months applied for countless jobs without success. Frustrated, she decided to stop searching and start assuming. Each night she imagined herself in an office receiving congratulations from her new coworkers. She felt the satisfaction of meaningful work. 1 week later, she received an unexpected call. An employer she had interviewed with months earlier suddenly had an open position and offered her the job. Finding love by changing inner feelings. A man who had struggled with relationships realized he had been assuming loneliness. He decided to change his state before looking for love. Instead of focusing on finding a partner, he practiced feeling deeply loved and cherished, as if he were already in a fulfilling relationship. Within a short time, he met someone who matched the love he had already cultivated within himself. These stories are not luck or coincidence. They are proof that assumption creates reality. What you accept as true within will be expressed without. Right now, what assumption are you holding about your own life? If you were to shift it today, what could change for you tomorrow? Neville Goddard said, "Dare to assume you are already the person you wish to be. Persist in that assumption, and your world will change to reflect it." Manifestation is not about hoping, wishing, or waiting. It is about assuming, feeling, and knowing. You have learned that reality is shaped by your assumptions, that your subconscious mind does not distinguish between imagination and fact, and that a simple 4-minute process can reprogram your reality. If you truly want to see change, do not let this be just another idea you hear and forget. Tonight, before you sleep, apply the 4-minute manifestation method. Choose a desire, define it clearly, visualize a short scene, feel the fulfillment, repeat it until it feels natural, and then let it go. That single moment of assumption has the power to shift your entire life. Now, take a moment to reflect. What are you manifesting right now? What new assumption will you commit to? Share it in the comments, declare it as already done, and claim it for yourself. If you found this valuable, like the video and subscribe for more teachings on Neville Goddard and the power of assumption. Your reality begins in your imagination. Assume the best, and watch it unfold.